Wendell. Dell, for your group going up against the Celtics tonight, in your mind, what are the keys to getting back on track and starting this homestand with a win?
Starting on the defensive end, we got to find ways to get stops consistently. Making it tough on their offense, making them take tough twos all night, and then offensively, continue to share the ball. Like the Charlotte and DC game, the high assist games that we've had, just trusting each other. We just got to fall back into that. No matter what the result is, we got to continue to trust that process.
Obviously, you guys like to say you take it one game at a time, but the fact that you play Boston today and on Sunday, how much of an opportunity is it to really focus in on one team, what you want to accomplish, and refine those from game to game?
I look at it as a playoff series, a mini playoff series. We're playing this team in 3 days. 2 times in 3 days. It's an opportunity for us to, come out, do what we do tonight, and then whatever happens, be able to make the adjustments that's needed to have a better game or the same game, depending on how the night goes on Sunday. So, our job is just to go out there and do what we do. We're pretty familiar with this team, even though they're missing a couple of their guys. And through trade, they played a similar style. So this is going to be a great test for us tonight, for sure.
Boston, I think, is last in the league in points in the paint per game, but can that be a little bit of a red herring because they do such a good job creating threes and creating three-point opportunities? How important is it to kind of keep them out of the paint, but keep them off the three-point?
It's going to be a challenge for us. We've given up a lot of points in the paint. I think we're one of the last teams in giving up points in the paint, so we have to do a better job of that, guarding our yard, knowing our personnel. But like you said, they generate a lot of threes, and a lot of that comes from them penetrating and then kicking out. So we have to be able to, like I said before, know our personnel, know who you're closing out to, understanding guys like Derek White, Peyton Pritchard want to get up threes. That's their main goal. So we just got to do a good job of locking in on the personnel tonight.
I don't know how much more extra motivation you guys need for how the season has started, but does the NBA Cup, does that matter anymore? I mean, it's the 3rd year of this thing. What does that mean, if anything at all?
Yeah, it definitely means something. 500,000 on the line. Yeah, everybody want a piece of that. Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra money. So it just keeps us engaged throughout the year. 82 game season can get long, can get dreary, but with them incorporating the NBA Cup, I think it's a beautiful thing to keep guys engaged, keep guys locked in throughout the whole 82 game season.
As a team, you guys have had some success in the NBA Cup. I think just the 2 losses in group play, you advanced to the knockout round last year. How important was that to kind of galvanizing the team in the early part of the season the last 2 years? And do you feel like a win tonight, win next week can have kind of a similar effect for this one?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely believe we can win it. We got a great sense of what it feels like to kind of get to the knockout round, whatever the case may be with that. And in my opinion, I feel like personnel-wise, we have a lot more pieces now. So I feel like we're just as confident as getting back to that same situation and just going further and hopefully winning it. Sure.
You guys have the sense easy fixes right now. Just transition defense, communication, things like that, turnovers, just a little bit more precise and it'll look a lot better.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's an easy fix. It's more of a simple fix. It's something that it's simple. You got to do it. It's as simple as making better passes, dribbling the ball better, things like that. But I don't think it's easy. You know what I mean? It's something that you got to be conscious of, think about it. Not overthink, but have it in the back of your mind that that's something that we have to be better in if we want to be able to win, especially against the better teams in the league. Man, he was a year above me, so he might have been 2 years above me. Yeah, I used to go to see him play when I was a freshman. I used to see him play. He played at Wheeler and then playing for Game Elite. He was one of those guys. He was must-see TV, so he used to pack out the stands and stuff like that. And then when I started playing up, when I got to 10th or 11th grade, I played against him, I think once or twice, maybe. I can't really remember, but yeah, I'm pretty close to him. His pops is close to my pops, so we try to keep that Atlanta thing together for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
give you no argument, huh? She going hard like a guy, don't care what they say, hell if I know. I'm chilling with babe with my eyes closed. Got the champagne with my blindfolds. I'm just flat in Miami, shopping and tripping with Moochie the family. Drop top when I drop down, acting hella savage like I'm Randy. I'm on 1,000, living my life like I don't get no hoots about plan B's. My life something like a Tahoe, yours something like a Camry, yeah.
Tristan, in your mind, what are the keys for your group tonight against Boston and setting the tone for this homestand?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Team effort on Jaylen Brown for sure. Taking away threes, making the right plays on offense, and then it always comes down for us to guard in our yard and finishing possessions.
Boston looks a little different than the team you guys faced in the postseason, but is that something you guys talk about at all, facing them twice this weekend after the playoffs last year?
No, for sure. It's in everybody's thoughts still. It wasn't too long ago, so it definitely plays a role. Yeah.
Is that any extra motivation, or is that something you like? How does that help you guys?
I mean, for sure. I feel like there's a little bit of history with the Celtics, I guess. So yeah, it's extra fuel to the fire.
Does the NBA Cup, second year for you, obviously kind of going through the NBA Cup stuff, does that register on the radar this early in the season, or does that come maybe toward the end when you kind of understand what you need to do to advance in it or play a couple of these games?
I mean, it starts early. Every game matters, so we're definitely aware, and we kind of missed out on a chance to go to Vegas last year, so it's definitely at everybody's forefronts of their minds, and yeah, well, we got to make sure that we take care of every single one of those because there's only so many tournament games.
Did last year's tournament have like sort of this galvanizing effect for the team? It happened kind of early in the season after the Paolo injury. You guys had kind of found your way. Can it have this kind of galvanizing effect for the team and give you confidence for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously it's playing for a little bit higher stakes, and being in those type of environments and games where really you have one game and it matters a lot whether you win or lose. Definitely adds a little bit more competition and more stakes, I guess. So we're excited.
Cool. Good deal. Thanks, Tristan.
getting up a lot of threes. They know how to attack off the dribble, one-on-one basketball. They move it, they share it. We've just got to be tight defensively is the major key for us tonight.
I asked Wendell about this. You guys take it one game at a time, but how much of an opportunity is there that the fact that you play them on Sunday again to kind of refine things, I guess, from game to game and take advantage of this opportunity?
Yeah, but I'm sure Wendell might have said something like, we just take it to tonight's game. And I think we'll worry about Sunday when Sunday comes. I think the most important piece is just to take care of tonight.
To that point, it's the third year of the NBA Cup. Do those games register differently now, or what emphasis do you put on? Hey, this game has something extra on top of it's the game in front of us.
I mean, the league has done a great job of that, knowing that the intensity, the focus level, the result for winning the cup, that comes with a lot for our guys, and that kicks in a lot of that competitive edge, that competitive juice for our guys.
The last 2 years, you guys have kind of used your cup appearances, like you had one loss in the group play, you advanced last year. Use that as kind of a catalyst for the rest of the season. Do you feel like at this moment with these games, it's another opportunity to kind of come together and have that opportunity again?
I think us just continue to do that, regardless if it's a cup game or any game, is going to be important. But having a cup game, with the things that come with it, is good for this group.
How would you describe or maybe evaluate the way you guys are moving the ball and the ball movement with night to night?
I think it's been changing each night to night. Like, I think our guys are looking at trying to find the right play. We've just got to do a better job of finding the right spacing, being to our spots at the right time, and then understanding when we put two on that basketball that we're moving and sharing and continuing to trust it. And these guys are working on it. That was a lot of our shoot around today. Our film sessions are about those things.
How much of it is still just comfort with the way you guys are trying to play, like kind of getting the thought processes down? Like Des spoke yesterday about defensively, he's still kind of learning what you guys want defensively over what he was doing in Memphis. How much of it is just like kind of getting that down through repetition?
A lot. I think it's been, and then that's been the big question for everyone. How long and what does it look like, and who's coming in the rotation and who's out of the rotation? That's a lot of questions that I think 29 other teams ask themselves in a lot of ways. Unless you've been together for years, it's a little different. And, adding different pieces always takes some time. These are no excuses, and this is the part of the growth and the process that if you have to trust the process of what you're doing to build into where you're going. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.